What's up, everyone? It's your boy CrispPurpose back at it again with another Gems of War journey event team video for you guys. Now, in this one, this journey event is focused around Pan's Vale. Of course, it is a Pan's Vale week. A number of different troops are being added for Pan's Vale. And as you guys can see, we have a Wildfolk and the Green Troops restriction for this journey event. Now, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at teams for the journey event as well as teams for the Underspire. But one troop we want to take close, or rather pay close attention to, is Sonata. Sonata is the event captain for this event. This is a wild folk as well, but this troop is going to be giving you ×2 magic and earning you ×2 to ×3 score for this journey event. Now, in this video, we're going to showcase two teams for the journey event, 2 or 3 teams, and of course, a team for the On the Spire. The teams are going to be following up right after this. Now, this is the first team for this Wild Folk and Green Troops journey event. So Sonata is the event captain, as I said before. Wild Folk troop with a 15 mana cost. Mine is down to 14, of course, because I have it to shiny level 1. Spell is Ballad of the Burrow. It will deal magic +4 damage to an enemy, then create 2 green gems boosted by Wild Folk allies. So you want to try and have as much Wild Folks on your team so as to get the max boost ratio from this troop right here. The troop also has alert for the second trait, and of course the Pathfinder final trait. This is actually one of the weaker journey troops. Some of the other troops have better traits than this. As you guys can see to the left of the screen, I have a couple potions here. My usual setup: a potion of enchantment, potion of explosion, potion of rejuvenation, and the potion of armor. And this is the first setup here. So Trickster is going to be on this team. In any scenario in which you cannot use Leprechaun, Trickster is your next best thing, right? Second turn empowered right here with his final trait Swift. Starts battles with 75% mana. Really good troop to have at the top of your team. This is an Underworld troop. So this team, of course, is the cheap team, right? Very easy to acquire. Majority of these troops can be acquired from the Underworld in this event or just by playing the game, right? This troop also has agile, so it has, 20% chance to dodge skull damage, and the spell trick shot is pretty good, right? It will explode half magic off green gems and then switch the first and last enemies. Sometimes you have to be very careful of this because, based on the composition of the team, that could prove to be very, very bad, putting the last enemy to the front, but nonetheless, it can be useful. This is an Underworld troop, so you can go to the Underworld, to the Warrens, which is the faction-associated tool, the Pansvale Kingdom, and go and get a copy of this. This is an epic troop, very easy to acquire. In fact, no, it's not an epic troop. No, this is a rare troop. So yeah, even easier to acquire. So he's at the top of the team. Then the Essence of Evil weapon is going to be the weapon of choice here on this first team. This is a weapon that you get from the Darkstone class, which is Plague Lord. 250 wins from that class gives you this weapon right here. All negative status effects on an enemy will be applied when you cast this on them, and it will explode gems of that enemy's mana color. Really good weapon. I started with the Archer Hero class here because Archer starts with a 50% mana start, as well as it has a number of different traits which are very useful to this team. So the Hunt, the Root Trap, the Nature's Aura, Wall of Vines is useful as well. The Dodge, those are very useful talents. And that's the main reason why I'm using Archer here. The Leaf Storm mainly is going to be very, very useful for the start of the battle. Then another easily acquired troop, which is Queen Beatrix, is on this team. Very powerful troop, does a lot in her Hornet's Nest spell, creating green gems and brown gems. Then she will deal scatter damage as our main damage dealer. 40% chance to gain an extra turn or her half her mana back. She also has a Royal Honey Final trait and Arcane for the second trait. Then Sonata is at the back of this team. The banner on this one is the Spider banner from the Eldrazi faction. So this is a +2 on green, +1 on purple. They are minusing red. Obviously, no troops use red mana. Let's hop into a fight in this Wildfolk Journey event. Now, as you guys can see, your first assignment in this is to get mana to Trickster. Because he has a 75% mana start, he gets spell ready almost off the jump because of the potion of explosion. As you guys can see, you're going to rinse and repeat casting your Trickster until he gets the troop spell ready. So as you can see, my Essence of Evil is spell ready. See if you can get that. Get your Beatrix spell ready. As you guys can see, we are ready to start casting Queen Beatrix. Now, even if Queen Beatrix does not loop here, you can always go ahead, cast her your Essence of Evil on another troop, and there you go, you have it spell ready again, and you just keep on doing this until you kill them out, right? There should be no problem because there will be instances in which you'll gain an extra turn. Queen Beatrix keeps on getting stronger and stronger. As you can see, the enemy troops simply cannot survive because you can cast Essence of Evil on them, and it's it's a super overpowered weapon, man. Really, really powerful. I think that with this team, you can go really far. You have access to green, man. Green is one of the meta colors in Gems of War. All right, so that is the first team right there. The second team is going to be following up right after this. And this is the second team for this Wildfolk and Green Troops Journey event. So the weapon of choice here is the Erskine Cleaver. This is an explodey type weapon from Erskine that explodes magic plus 1 brown gems and grants a random status effect to all Urska allies, then summons an Urska troop. Of course, I'm using it with the Elementalist hero class. I decided against using the Urska hero class here because Elementalist will afford you the most defense and offense going deeper into this journey event. My setup for the Elementalist class is the same, except I think I turned off the storm here. I don't want to have that brown storm. I don't want to have too much brown gems on the board. I think I can get enough mana to the troops without that storm. It might create some conflicts with my main damage dealer. So as you guys can see, Trickster is back at the top of this team, being the fastest way to get mana to the troops, then followed by the Wild Queen. This is going to be here as my main way of killing out the enemy troops because the Wild Queen has her spell Savage Dance in which she steals up to um, magic plus 5 attack from the first enemy and gives it to the first ally. Then it will create a mix of 22 skulls and the green gems. Her traits are okay. The second trait can backfire sometimes, but that final trait is really good. While Frenzy, all Wildfolk allies will gain 2 attack at the start of every turn. That's going to prove to be very useful for my Trickster in the first slot. And yeah, Sonata is at the back of this team. The banner on this one, this is the PAX banner from the Hunting Pax Warbands. So +2 on green, +1 on brown. They were minusing yellow because only Sonata uses yellow mana. Let's hop into a fight here against the dwarves in this Wildfolk Journey event. All right, let's see here. Let's see the board moving around, get our Trickster spell ready, and then we go at it from there. Let's explode some more gems. And there we go. We have the Wild Queen spell ready. I want to rip off that attack from the first troop. Of course, it's not going to be always perfect. Um, but let's see what we can do here. Let's explode some gems. And if we need to get more green on the board, you can always cast Sonata right there. Get more green on the board, get things rolling a little bit. And now we're going to go for stealing some more attack. And no matter how many times your Wild Queen might miss, eventually when she gets it done, she's really good. Remember that your Trickster always has a percentage chance to dodge skull damage with his agile second trait, so keep that in mind at all times. All right, we're going up against the Elder Dragon here. Let's see if we can make this a quick one. Right, so Trickster should get spell ready right off the jump. Now let's explode some gems. And we didn't get the movement on the board that we wanted, but nonetheless, we'll get spell ready off of these casts. There we go. And troops are ready to go. All right, let's steal the attack from the first troop. You always want to do that first. Don't target the second slot or something like that. Target the first troop. And yeah, you go from there. Let's keep on hitting them with skulls. And can we explode some more gems? Sometimes I forget, that Elementally sometimes backfires with the Wild Queen. But I think we should be able to make it through. Let's kill that one. And now let's see if we can deal some more damage. Almost there. There we go. There we go. And yeah, that's it for the second team right there. It's pretty good. Works very well. Will get you pretty far into this event. Do I want to make a third team? I think I want to make a third team. All right, the third team is going to be following up right after this. And this is the third team for this Wildfolk Green Troops Journey event. So the Shield of Vengeance is going to be the weapon of choice on this team. This is a shield from Whitehelm that explodes magic +1 yellow gems and grants a random status effect to all Whitehelm allies and summons a Whitehelm troop. Of course, we're not using a Whitehelm class, but this is here simply so as to not block the main damage dealer as much as, as so much. You really want to reduce how much mana blocking you're having here. Titan is a hero class. I decided to switch it out from Elementalist to Titan on this one, simply because I want the 50% mana start along with the Lightning Strike, the Rock Solid. Those are some important talents for this team. Then the main damage dealer here, or the main way in which we're going to be killing troops, is by means of the Wild King. This is a Wildfolk from Pan's Veil Mythic troop, 22 mana cost of blue, green, and yellow. Spell is Incite Fury. It will enrage all allies and give them magic +1 attack. Then it will create a mix of 22 skulls and yellow gems. We all know this troop is a very powerful mythic troop. He also has Song of Bone and Wild Cunning, giving one magic when my turn begins to all Wildfolk troops. Then Satyr Trickster is going to be on this team, and players might be wondering, why is this on this team? This is a bounty troop. Main reason I'm using him here is because of that Song of Light, Light Storm at the start of battle, and of course the troop is able to steal attack from an enemy and shift it to life, and it has an ability to gain an extra turn and jumble the board as well. So it's a pretty good mix right here. You can probably switch out another troop and put it on this team, but I want that Light Storm. That's the main reason I'm putting this on the team. And then Sonata is at the back of this one. The banner on this team is the Mech banner. That's from the Mech Masters Warbands. This is a +2 on yellow, +1 on green. They were minusing purple. Obviously, no troops on the team use purple mana. Let's go. Let's go up against these knights and see how we do. All right, so there we go. We have that yellow storm, and that's the main thing that I want to have. That's the main focus right there. And once we have that, we're going to use the weapon to explode yellow gems, get the Wild King powered up, and cast him, see what he does. Didn't do much right there. Let's see if we can get some skulls popping off here. There we go. That's exactly what we want to see. Nice kills. All right, now let's cast the Wild King again. Nice. One more hit should do it. Can we just cast Sonata? There we go. Very, very nice. All right. So that team actually worked out pretty good. I tried it before showcasing it here, and it works very, very well. Let's try that one more time. We might not have the yellow storm here because the enemy troops storm. There we go. I knew it was going to be like that, but we'll see what we can do. Let's explode some gems. They're using the exact color that we are minusing, so that kind of sucks. Let's see if we can get some mana matching here. Perfection. We're whacking them. That enrage actually worked very well. Let's explode yellow once again. See if I can get the Wild King going. And he's almost there. All right, let's match that skull. We're enraged. Pretty good. Let's get that brown off the board. Back to the hero. And now let's cast the Wild King again. There we go, baby. Pretty good troop, man. The Wild King is actually doing a really good job here. And that's it for the teams for the Journey event. The teams for the Underspire are going to be following up right after this. And this is the team for the Underspire. So this is a similarly composed team, except we have, a new guest, a couple new guests on this team. So of course, Trickster is the main generator, I think, for majority of the teams this week. Really good troop. He's at the first slot. Then we have Narcethis, one of the Flower Dragons, the newer versions on this team. Really good for just blowing through the Underspire this week. This is going to be dealing AoE damage and, of course, converting yellow gems to barrier gems. There's 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by yellow gems. Really good troop for clearing out the Underspire. Then the weapon of choice here is the Tooth of the Wild. This is an explode type weapon from Pan's Veil as well. It's a sword. Explodes magic +1 green gems and grants a random status effect to all Wildfolk allies. Then summons a Wildfolk troop. I'm using it with a Tidecaller hero class just to make sure I have the ability to explode a gem when matching 4 or more gems. Particularly, I'm exploding a blue gem. And of course, it's a really, really good class to use. You can switch it around and use maybe a different class, something that has a half mana start and an explosion. I decided to go with this just because. And then we have Luna at the back of this team. This is the legendary troop from the Pan's Veil faction, which is the Warrens, right? And I'm using it for the final trait right here, that hidden trap final trait, exploding a gem when matching yellow gems. So any yellow you match, this sucker is going to explode a gem. And of course, that's the ability to deal AoE damage as well and grant a random status effect or a negative status effect to your allies or enemies. You know how that goes. The banner on this one is the talent banner from the Suncrest Kingdom. This is a +2 on yellow, +1 on green. They were minusing blue on this one. All right, let's hop into a fight here. And I think I might want to rotate something in the class here. Let's check. Let's check. I want to go with Nature's Will. There we go. There we go. All right, let's hop into a fight in the Underspire and see how quickly this team works. So, of course, your first assignment is to match either green or purple to get Trickster going, and whichever one you match should get things rolling real fast. Trickster should allow you to get a lot of mana to himself and to the team, and you just keep on rinsing and repeating until Trickster gets everybody spell ready. With the weapon, the good thing about the weapon, it has a green storm in the talents. Uh, of the weapon, so it allows you to always have a green storm going. So as a result, Trickster will always have mana for himself once he gets spell ready. Let me see if I can show you the talent right there. The final talent is Leaf. That's a Leaf Storm every single time you cast a weapon. Let's try it again. See how it works. Then I'm gonna go edit this video, man, and post it up. I'm gonna go get some rest. Need to sleep, man. Have some work tomorrow. All right, let's cast it. Get that one going, and now we explode these gems. Get mana to the Floral Dragon and kill him. See? Pretty easy. This is going to be able to go super deep into the Underspire, having no problems whatsoever. There are other troops that you can use. There's a great volume of troops, a lot of variety of troops right here. When you look at Pan's Vale, very diverse kingdom. You have immortal troops in the form of Immortal Capricorn. You have great mythics in the form of Pan, in the form of the Wild King, the Wild Queen. They're there as well. You have Luna. You have a half mana start from King Selinus. And the list goes on. Starflower is a really good legendary troop, AoE damage, fear firing enemies as well, 50% chance of fear fire, and countering options like the silent one, silent the entire enemy team, and then you go from there. And there are low rarity options as well. Silvasi is here, stealing attack from an enemy and converting it into blue gems, converting blue gems to purple, I should say. Um, Great options, man. Really strong damage dealers as well when it comes down to like dealing skull damage. The Borrow Warden is right here. This has Eagle Eye, placing a hunter's mark on enemies when doing skull damage. Like right off the jump, this is going to be dealing double skull damage to everything that it hits. You know what I mean? So that's really, really potent right there. And the Satyr Hunter is another troop that has the Eagle Eye trait. He has the ability as well to steal attack from the first, rather give attack, I should say, to the first ally. And he has some level of board control. Really low rarity troop that many players should be able to use in this journey event. And yeah, the list goes on. You know, you have empowered troops like Siren here as well. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys and gals found this video helpful and informative. If you did, remember to smash the like button, comment to let me know what you guys think of these teams. Are you using similar teams for the journey event or the Underspire? Or maybe you're using something else. Let me know in the comment section. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.